G'day punters, Blake from the Leg Up Australia. Racing tomorrow at Randwick on the Kensington track, and we are currently racing on a soft 6 surface. But we are in for some fine weather over the next 24 hours, so we're likely to be racing on a good surface by race time on Wednesday. Super exciting about Saturday's racing. We've got the Group 2 Chelmsford Stakes at Randwick headlining the show. We're going to see Avilius there. He had his colours lowered slightly by the Shock Wink Stakes winner in Summer Doubt. He was running on really nicely there, and he will be better suited over 1,600 metres second up. I'm going to be having something on Mr. Seawolf in that race, dependent on where he accepts, but he looks a good chance, and he has trialled really well, so he's going to be double figure odds, probably into the $20 depending on which race he accepts here. I think he's also in the Tramway Stakes, so he's trialled really well and could be a chance in that race if Chris Waller decides to go there. Racing at Moonee Valley as well, we've got the Group 2 Fian Stakes. That's going to be an absolute cracker, which will see the Group 1 Underwood winner Homesman return, and also the Group 2 Herbert Power winner Yucatan, who also started favourite in the Melbourne Cup after that emphatic win where James McDonald eased him down on the post. That was outstanding. I can't wait for that. But before that, we got to get stuck into this meeting at Randwick on the Kenso track this Wednesday. I think the best bet of the day comes up in the second race. It is number 10, Super Oasis from the Mark Newnham stable. Nash Rawiller, who is in outstanding form, rides her. I think she is going to be super hard to beat. First up at Kembla, she had absolutely no right to win. She was held up to within the 150 metre mark. When she did get out, she absolutely surged to the line, and the third horse, Nature, has come out and since franked the form, winning at Wyong. She's had a nice tick-over trial since at Warwick Farm behind Desert Lord, where she was not asked to do too much. She steps up to 1,100 metres, which is absolutely ideal. She's drawn wide in barrier 11, which is going to be absolutely perfect for her because she's going to get back and Nash will be able to stay out of trouble on her. He'll get it to the outside, and I think she can prove too good for them. I think she's got better races in store for her later in her career, and a benchmark 64 is the ideal progression for her after that maiden win at Kembla. So that is the best bet of the day for us. Race 2, number 10, Super Oasis at Randwick on Wednesday. I think the next best bet of the day comes up in the fourth race. It is number 3, Pent Hurst from the Matthew Smith stable. Nash is again in the saddle. I think this horse is going to be really hard to beat. At his first race start in Australia, he pulled up with a cardiac arrhythmia. He was sent back to the trials. He trialled really nicely at Warwick Farm. And then last start at Canterbury behind Ulusaba over 1,900 metres. He absolutely surged to the line in that last 100 metres. And then 50 metres past the post, he was a clear second behind Ulusaba. He's back to a benchmark 70, which is absolutely ideal, and up to 2,400 metres. There's been a little bit of money for him in early markets, which suggests that at his third run back from a spell, he's going to be at his peak. And I just think he's going to be really hard to beat, and he does represent a little bit of value for us. So that is the next best bet of the day. Randwick race 4, number 3, Pent Hurst from the Matthew Smith stable. I think the value bet of the day comes up later in the day. It is race 6, number 1, Final Award. Another one from the Mark Newnham stable. Josh Parr is in the saddle. This horse has got similar form to our race favourite Rock through Colding, who went on to win the Queensland Guineas. This horse did some pretty good things in his first preparation, winning the listed Canberra Guineas over 1,400 metres and beating Laburnum, who went on to win the Group 3 James Carr Stakes at Randwick later that preparation. He's trialled really nicely twice. In the second trial, they put the blinkers on him, and he ran on really nicely behind Pretty Brazen, who was tried in the Group 2 Silver Shadow Stakes last start. 1,300 metres is absolutely ideal for him, and a benchmark 74 first up is a really nice progression. I think he will win better races later in his career, but this is a nice race to kick off for him. I've got him really hard to beat, and he represents a little bit of value for us. So that is race 6, number 1, Final Award, our value bet of the day at Randwick on Wednesday. That's it from me. Hopefully a couple of winners for us. If you are going to have a bet on Wednesday at Randwick or anywhere else in the country, please do so responsibly. And as always from the Leg Up, good luck and good punting.